guys, welcome back to another video. I think a new segment I would like to start doing in my videos is a question of the day. I will link the random generator down below, but I want to do a random question of the day, and I would like you guys to comment down below and we can have a conversation and a discussion. That way, if there's enough like discussed on a topic, maybe we can make it into a whole video. I think that would be fun too. But today's question of the day is, which do you prefer, books or movies? I personally would like to say it's a 50-50. It's a hard one for me. So I will say books because you get to use your imagination more and kind of envision things and really live the story that that person wrote. But also movies, because some adaptations are actually really good and it helps you envision the character. Like if it's gonna be a series, like multiple movies, so then that way you already kind of have an image in your head of what that person would look like. But more times than not, the book is better than the movie. But movies in general are also really good because of course there's tons of movies out there that have nothing to do with any books that have been made. But I will say it's kind of a hard split. As of right now, I'll probably lean more towards movies just because I haven't been reading a lot of books. That was one of my New Year's goals and I've fallen behind. I've only read one book and it's already almost the end of February. But comment down below, which do you prefer, books or movies? And tell me a little bit why. But now into the video. So I am breaking out pretty bad, so I didn't really want to put makeup on. It is unfortunately that time of month, but I figured I would do something a little bit more laid back, kind of chill. I've obviously told my horror story of a Bumble nightmare date, and it was a girl that I initially didn't even match with on Bumble and never like had the intention of hanging out with her. It just happened. So I thought that in the spirit of me moving, which by the way I'm gonna probably be mentioning in like every video going forward, so I apologize, but in the spirit of me moving, I know that I will be obviously changing my location on Bumble BFF to then make more friends, but I'm not gonna pay like a premium price or whatever to make friends before I move. I'll just wait till I get there. So I wanted to say, so I kind of wanted to tell a series of short stories between other poor experiences I had, but also the really great friends that I've made on Bumble BFF. So I do have a list here of the girls who I actually have been friends with or like hung out with. So let me pull that up. Okay, so the first girl that I will be discussing is obviously Kimberly. I've now hung out with Kimberly twice. I have nothing against Kimberly. In all honesty, things just didn't really align to really hang out again, and after that last experience, it was very just off-putting in all honesty. Then obviously there's my friend Sabrina, who I've done a couple collabs with. Me and Sabrina get along great. I'm actually kind of sad of moving because there's a couple girls that I like really like, and Sabrina is one of those girls, and so it is sad and bittersweet. I really hope that I'm able to stay in contact with her. But yeah, we got along great, had fun, had drinks, had a lot in common. It was really nice. The next girl is a girl who I only hung out with once. I did plan to hang out with her again, but again, like our schedules never really aligned. We had brunch together, she brought some friends, they were so funny and I had such a blast with them. That's why I really wanted to hang out with them again, but again, just time never aligned. Then there's the very first girl that I hung out with when I first moved here, and she is fun for sure. She is very busy. She likes to constantly be doing stuff, and I'm a lot more chill, laid back. So I mean, we did go hiking, we did play tennis, which was fun, and we've had drinks. She had a small party at her place, and I actually invited a Bumble girl there, but I don't remember. I either had too much to drink or I had left at that point. I don't quite remember, but she was definitely fun. But again, I just like to be a little bit more chill and laid back, not so busy all the time. Then there was a girl that I went to brunch with. Again, we didn't have a crazy amount in common, but she was nice, and again, if like things had aligned, I probably would have hung out with her again, but in all honesty, we didn't really keep talking, so kind of was what it was. Then there is a girl named Kristen. I adore Kristen. Again, me and Kristen got along so great, had so much in common. I actually hope that I get to hang out with Kristen again before I move, which we do technically have plans together this weekend, which is very exciting, and I hope that everything goes in line. But again, yeah, we just had so much in common. She's so much fun. I would love to keep in contact with her and maybe meet up again in the future. So that is really exciting as well. Then there is a girl named Brooke, which again, Brooke is a blast. We have so much in common. We mesh really well. But again, our schedules just didn't align a lot. We were able to get drinks like twice, and I would love to see her again before I leave. I just don't know with like our schedules and stuff if that'll be possible. But again, I would love to stay in contact with her. So of the 3, 6, 7, 8 girls that I actually met up with, 3 of them I would actually call my friend and would love to see again, would love to keep talking to and stay in contact. Then there are a couple girls that I met through my boyfriend's work. I met Courtney and Morgan, and we've hung out a ton. I have a blast with both of them. I have things in common with each of them, but not like the same things, which I'm totally okay with, because I mean, there's a lot of different sides of me, a lot of different sides of everybody. And so it's really cool to have similarities with people and be able to connect on those levels, but also like kind of learn from each other. So I do love those girls. And again, I probably will be hanging out with them this weekend, hopefully, as long as everything stays according to plan. And then there's my acquaintance Gabby, who I have also done a video with. Gabby's a handful. Gabby, again, is the type of person that likes to constantly be doing something, constantly be busy. We haven't really been in close contact for a little while now, but it is kind of the way that it is. It kind of happens. Oh, and then there's Brent, my friend Brent. I, again, would love to stay in contact with, and we have some things in common. I sometimes feel like he hates me, but we've gone kayaking together, and I had an absolute blast. And I met Brent through one of the Bumble girls, actually, the Bumble girl who likes to constantly stay busy. She had invited me and Johnny out for drinks, and her brother brought Brent, and I met Brent, and yeah, he's the best. I adore Brent. There was one girl I went over to her apartment and had drinks with, and we had definitely a pretty decent conversation. We never really hung out again, but it kind of is what it is. Again, it's all about schedules, because we're adults, so like everyone works a different work schedule and has their own life going on. So now, talked about some good experiences I've had and some friends that I've made. Let's talk about all of the negatives. The Bumble BFF app has 2 sides to it in my mind. There's the side of girls who actually want friends and girls who are trying to get you to sign up for Monet. I would love to say pyramid schemes, but every single girl is trying to get you to sign up for Monet. If you ever download the Bumble app, there are 3 aspects to it. There's the dating app, which I've never been on. There's the Bumble BFF, which obviously I'm on. And then there's like a Bumble Business or something, which I also have never been on. Business should stay on business. Quit trying to pretend like you want friends, but instead all you're looking for is to have these girls sign up for a pyramid scheme. I don't know how many girls like try to get me signed up for Monet. How many girls straight up said, well, I'm gonna unmatch you because you don't want to do Monet with me. And I'm like, fine. There have been countless girls who wanted to have arguments with me because I don't agree with pyramid schemes. And it's honestly very disgusting, because it's kind of crazy. It's like, just because you're into something, just because you like something, does not mean you have to shove it down someone else's throat. Leave me alone. I don't want to be part of your pyramid scheme. And so it's sad. It's really honestly sad. Then there have been, I think there's been more than one, maybe just one, I don't quite remember, but distinctly I remember this situation where this girl asked me to come to church with her, and I said, no thank you, I'm not interested. And she's like, okay, I'm gonna unmatch you. And I'm just like, this is banana sandwich crazy, like what? Then there have been a couple times where girls would say, I always, like I've said before, I always try to move from the Bumble app to like either texting, Instagram, or Snapchat, just because I think it's easier to message through, in my opinion. And there's been a handful of times that once we move off of Bumble and start talking on other platforms, they either block me, delete me, or don't respond, or completely just like ignore me. And I'm just like, that's not a way to make a friend. And I know it's not something that I said, because the interaction really hadn't gone anywhere. It was like, hey, how are you? What do you like to do? Okay. So I don't know. It's very odd and very, I don't know, just very odd is the right word that I feel. And then trying to think. There is one girl. So whenever I add a girl on Snap or in text, I always put their name and their last name if I like have it. But I will put in parentheses bum for Bumble, because you can only type so much, especially on Snapchat. So Bum is short for Bumble, and then their location. Because if I want to hang out with someone, I don't want to have to drive like a crazy far drive. I'd rather, you know, try to hang out with the girls or communicate with the girls that I'm closest to location wise. So then that way, like, we're more than likely going to get along better and we're gonna more than likely hang out more, that type of situation. So I always put their city in there just because I think for me to remember, it's always easier. Plus, with me talking to so many girls at a time, if I put a location in there, maybe then something will trigger and I'll remember and be able to distinct who's who. But anyways, this girl, it said that she deleted me off Snap. I'm like, okay, whatever. And she then messaged me on Bumble. She's like, why'd you delete me? I'm like, I didn't, you deleted me. She's like, no, I didn't. And so I sent her a screenshot. Well, in the screenshot, obviously it had her name, and then in parentheses it said Bum, and then her location. And she's like, why do you have that next to my name? And then like blocked me. And I'm just like, okay. And I tried to like explain to her what it was, and obviously like nothing came of that. But I'm just like, why jump to conclusions? Why act crazy? Like, if you don't like someone, that's fine, but like, I don't know, it's just so silly and crazy and odd to me. But yeah, I am definitely gonna be kind of sad leaving here because, like I said, I've gotten close with some people and some girls, and I would love to keep in contact with them. So if I mentioned you, like Brooke, Sabrina, Kristen, Courtney, and Morgan, obviously, Brunt, I would love to stay in contact. If not, I completely understand. Distance does definitely grow, like, put like a wedge between people. I know that like me and my best friend back home, which, hi Katie, if you're watching this, which I doubt it, you never watch my videos, but me and Katie still stay in contact every now and then, but obviously we're not as close as we used to be once I moved out of Iowa. So I don't know, I would love for the girls to come and like visit me or me come visit them. Like, I don't know, I'm planning on doing a little get together with Kristen, Morgan, and Courtney this weekend, and hopefully Sabrina, if Sabrina has time. I know that Sabrina is now like back in school and stuff, but I don't know, it just kind of sucks because it's like, it took me a while to find people who I actually liked and wanted to hang out with and had enough in common to continue to hang out with. And so moving does kind of suck, and I don't know, but the moral of the story is be careful. Bumble BFF is going to go one of two ways. Either you're going to have a straight up bad time, or you're going to have one of the best times and make some great friends. So I am very excited, but also like kind of sad to start making friends start making friends in Florida. And I know that there's a coworker of mine who obviously we've never met because we both work from home, but she lives down in Florida, and I'm so excited to meet her in person. I know that we have a lot in common. I think that we would get along great, but I do want a couple other friends at minimum to hang out with while I'm down there, so then that way I'm not just hanging out with the dogs all day or just working 24/7. So I know this was a super like weird and kind of chill and kind of laid back, but also like, I don't know, very odd video. But thank you guys for hanging out, and just be careful. Bumble BFF could be a lot of fun and you can make some great friends, but also like, don't let it get to you when people are just crappy, because it will happen. And if they delete you or block you, then they're not meant to be in your life. That's all I've got for today's video, guys. All my socials are linked down below. Subscribe if you have not. Like, comment. I've been uploading daily, so turn on that bell. Till next time.